Oh, here we go.
What a good game we had for match number 15. Delhi Bulls not quite posting enough for that 95. Vince top scorer, Shardon Holder, the wicket takers, 3 and 3. And Sampan reply, well, it was neck and neck for a long time. 96 for 6 they got. And they won by 4 wickets at the end. And it was Najibullah with 25 who did that damage. So good work from him. Right, downstairs the presentation and joining Erin.
Yes, good evening and welcome to the post-match presentation for match number 15 of the Abu Dhabi T10 powered by Sat Sport News. Today, between the Morrisville Sump Army and the Delhi Bulls, live, of course, from our beautiful city of Abu Dhabi. My goodness, well, the momentum certainly rocked and rolled around in that one. But in the end, a big congratulations to the Morrisville Sump Army who were victorious this evening. On behalf of the tournament, though, I would love to take this opportunity to express our sincere gratitude for the continued support of the Department of Culture, Tourism, Abu Dhabi, Abu Dhabi Sports Council, Abu Dhabi Cricket and Sports Hub, the Emirates Cricket Board, and of course, T10 Global. We'd also love to thank our incredible sponsors, Sat Sport News, Bimal, Aerario, Aliwond A2 and My Dubai. Thank you so much for your wonderful support as always. Now I'd like to welcome our esteemed presentation party, so please join me in welcoming Mr. Fujel Faruqi on behalf of Sat Sport News, Mr. Manish Kishore, the CEO of the Delhi Bulls, and Mr. Ritesh Patel on behalf of the Morrisville Sump Army. All right, let's hand out a few awards, shall we? Up first, the Magic Moment of the Match Award for 1,000 dirhams. It's presented by Mr. Ritesh Patel. And the award goes to Jason Holder for that incredible catch to dismiss the very, very dangerous Riley Russo. Congratulations to him. Well, we love our big hits here in the Abu Dhabi T10, which of course brings us to our Power Hitter of the Match Award. It's for another 1,000 dirhams this evening, and it's presented by Mr. Manish Kishore. And the award goes to Faf du Plessis. 30 runs off just 17 balls for him today. He was absolutely wonderful. 3 sixes, strike rate of over 176. Got the job done for the Sump Army today. And our third and final award of the evening is the Player of the Match Award for another 1,000 dirhams. And it's presented by Mr. Fujel Faruqi. And the award goes to Jason Holder. 3 wickets for just 15 runs. And of course, that brilliant effort in the outfield. A wonderful all-round performance by him. And he's going to come over and just say a few more words about what ended up being a really crucial performance with the ball. Obviously, the hat-trick went begging, but what did you like about the conditions out there to bowl on today?
Yeah, I've been enjoying it. I think the conditions are pretty much suited to my style of bowling, and I've been able to get a couple early wickets as well, which helps get some dot balls in up front, and then coming back in our power play over, it's good to start the over well. I think once I started the over well, it was easier at the back end of it.
What can you tell us about the conditions out there too? Obviously, it wasn't a high-scoring affair, but it came down to the wire.
Yeah, it's one of those wickets where I think as a bowler you're always in it, but I think as a batter you need to spend time. I don't think as a wicket you could just come and strike from ball one. So it's tricky conditions. I think up front it does swing a bit as well too. So as a batter I think you still need to give yourself a few balls to get yourself in.
I mean, let's talk about this as a format too, because as a bowler, it's so unforgiving. Every ball is a death ball. How do you sort of attack your innings, and does it affect your plans when you come into playing cricket's fastest format at all?
I think you've just got to have an open mind. I think if you have the open mind mentality, is a lot easier. You expect the unexpected, and that's just in my mindset personally. I think if you get set in your ways or set in one particular way, it becomes a little bit difficult if it doesn't go that way. So I just think you've just got to have a really open mind and be clear and just execute. And
a short memory, right? Just in case you go for a few.
At some stage, you probably might go for a few. Just got to accept it and move on.
Oh, you're absolutely awesome tonight. Congratulations for being our player of the match.
Thank you.
Now, my absolute pleasure to welcome in the winning captain, Moeen Ali. Moeen, Sumper on the roll now, which must feel pretty good. You feel like the side's a little bit settled now?
Yeah, definitely. I think we're just picking up momentum at the right time. We're winning quite ugly at times, which is quite nice in a competition. We haven't played our perfect game yet, which hopefully will come in the next couple of games.
Well, let's talk about how impressive the bowling unit was as well, because when you've only got to chase 95 in this format of the game, it did come down to the wire, but you have to be happy with how they performed.
Yeah, we've been bowling really well and fielding well, but our bowlers in particular have bowled fantastically well, either the seamers and the spinners, which is always great. As a captain, makes my life a lot easier. But yeah, awesome, great to keep a great side. I think they're one of the best sides in the competition to 94, whatever it was, and then to chase it in the way we did was awesome as well.
We had Andre's house back today, which is great, and to see Faf 2+C firings, obviously, got to make you pretty happy. And
yeah. I mean, they always Faf's obviously experienced, and he's a brilliant player. And I think to have Gauss up top to go hard, and he's playing with a little bit of an injury, which is great for us. But yeah, we're playing well, but I still feel we can play better with the bat.
Oh, well, can't wait to see what the Sump Army brings then, because it was a wonderful win today. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks very much.
All right, well, that is the end of the post-match presentation, but still so much more action to come here in the Abu Dhabi T10. Another match on the cards for us right after this. It is the Bangla Tigers taking on the Northern Warriors. Stick with us.
Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go.
T10 here in Abu Dhabi. This is the fifth season here in the Abu Dhabi, but 7 overall. We've got match 16. The Warriors taking on the Tigers here. And let's catch up with a couple of players in action here tonight.
Obviously, it's the fastest format. We get the T20s now with the T10. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a T5 in a few years' time comes in, but the game is getting faster and faster, and it's a lovely format. We enjoy it. Challenges are hit the ball from ball number one, basically, because you don't have time to sort of settle in, knock it around. You have to get as much as you can, and obviously in 10 overs you got wickets in hand, so might as well go for it from ball one. It's obviously a lot of entertainment because people obviously don't want to sort of spend a lot of time sitting in one place, and so this is just 2 hours you're done with the game. So it's quite easy for the spectators as well. So I think it'll definitely pick up in the future. It'll be a lot more entertaining as well. I'm in a phase where I enjoy my cricket. How many more years? It all depends on fitness and form, obviously. But I'm enjoying my cricket and traveling the world, and obviously look to try and contribute in any game and any format, because I'm just not labelled as one format player, so I'm I can play in all formats. So I enjoy every single format. Obviously, the most important format for me is Test cricket. That's the pinnacle of cricket. But I enjoy playing league cricket as well. I haven't decided, to be honest. Cricket is what I enjoy. That's my passion, and I still love the game and I still enjoy it. So that's all that matters. I mean, I just keep going for as long as possible. As long as I'm fit and performing, I'll just try to enjoy myself for as long as possible. I think winning a Test series in England in 2014 was kind of the pinnacle of my career, and also obviously 2014 was probably one of the best years for Sri Lanka cricket after 1996, because we won a World Cup, 2020 World Cup, we won the Asia Cup, and we won a Test series in England, so we created history over there. So it was so 2014 was probably one of the best years of my career. I have no regrets, to be honest, because I've played the game to the best of my ability and given 100% in every single game. So I've got no regrets. I mean, performance obviously you cannot control, but the effort you can. So I always give my 100% wherever I play, whether it's domestic cricket or club cricket or whatever cricket. I try to win and give my 100%. As I said before, this is my passion. This is what I love. This is what I have been doing from 6 years probably. And I had so much of injuries over the last 15-16 years, but I always had that motivation to sort of keep going and not give up. I thank my family and my wife and the kids as well, because they've been an inspiration for me, they've been a strength to me. So I'm just lucky to be here and enjoy and perform. When I was growing up, I looked up to Jack Ellis, and one of my idols is our coach now, Chaminda Vas. He's played 100 Test matches in Asia. I mean, being an Asian, playing 100 Test matches, being an Asian fast bowler, playing 100 Test matches is something unreal, very special. And I've seen how hard he worked to get there, and he was an inspiration to all of us, and I'm one of his biggest fans. Sangha is one of my favorites, Kumar Sangakkara. Obviously, Mahela was also very, very good. Sachin and Virat, obviously, Jack Ellis, all these guys are amazing. Ricky Ponting I played against. So these guys are legends of the game, and I'm so lucky to be around them. See, I did not fear anyone. I mean, there were bowlers who were quite difficult, but it didn't fear me as such. But Johnson was really rapid when he was in top form. Dale Steyn was one of them. So there were quite a few bowlers who were really good and fast, but I didn't kind of fear them.
Or shorter for a start. Obviously, batter's got to be a bit more aggressive and try and use the balls as well as possible, and yeah, that creates a lot of big sixes and a lot of boundaries. Yeah, well, it's my first time playing the format this year, so I'm as curious as anyone to have a look and see what it's like. And yeah, it's obviously a shorter format of the game, so it lends itself to, I suppose, festival-style cricket with multiple games a day, like we see with sort of the sevens rugby, and yeah, it certainly has that festival kind of atmosphere to it that people enjoy. Yeah, I think it's something that's probably changed a bit over the last couple of years. I think it's become more difficult, and I think kids these days are growing up with social media as a part of their existence, and yeah, it probably needs to be looked at, to be honest. But I think as long as you, I suppose, understand that it's not real, it's sort of a lot of made up stuff and people hiding behind keyboards that wouldn't say things like that in real life, and just sort of take the good with the bad, I guess, and try and have some fun. beating India in the semi-final of the 2019 World Cup. Yeah, not hitting the 5th ball of the Super over 6, and for obvious reasons. Yeah, it probably started for me just in the backyard, I guess, or in the car park across the road, just with cousins and that kind of thing, playing cricket. And yeah, I suppose I mean I always just really played for fun. I didn't really think too much about it becoming a career, so probably only really realised that that was a possibility when I was 17 or 18, I think. Andrew Flintoff, bowled quick, hit the ball a long way, and good fielder. Favourite batter ever, Stephen Fleming. And the hardest bowler I've faced is Sunil Narayan. Golf and coffee and just hang out with my friends at home.
Yeah, a couple of stars. And you look at that lineup there, Matthews and Neesham together. We've just seen some good interviews, good chat. Hopefully he sees some insights and hear some insights from the players. Very good side, the Warriors. We know lots of balance. You think about their bowling and their batting. And then the BANGLA Tigers, the missing name there is Chris Lynn. He is out of the lineup. So Geordie Cox out in the middle. He's having a time of it. Hot of that 90 not out, which has set things up. Always Shah alongside, and you're going to talk about talent in this guy. Man, he's got it all around the clock.
It certainly does, and this format of the game does unearth a lot of talent over the years. We've seen the likes of Jackson Roy, James Vince, and now, of course, Cox, who really is a class act when it comes to this form of the game, and of course his partner at the other end, Avishka Fernando, age of 25, and they have the pleasure of opening the batting for the Tigers. Meanwhile, it's going to be the veteran Angelo Matthews with the ball for the Northern Warriors.
Yeah, as he's done so often. Just to throw that in there, Chris Lynn, he's out, and Hanane, he is being dropped. Left out of the side, and Fernando, he's in. Avishka, Fernando, and Haider Ali are in. Here comes Matthews. And immediately a little push and go. And comfortably through to open the account.
Well, Angelo Matthews decided to open the bowling. It was a late addition in the World Cup earlier in November in the Sri Lankan squad. Wasn't out there from the start, and of course was famously timed out in that game against Bangladesh, which certainly did make me chuckle. However, here he is with the brand new rock for the Northern Warriors, and he has got young Coxie against him.
Deep pointers out. Oh, a little bit of shape off the seam, and a deep backward square. The two gentlemen outside, so both on square for Matthews in his medium pace, and deceptive in terms of a bit of carry. He's not as quick as he once was, of course, but he's in his twilight, you'd have to say, of his career, but he'd like to push on and keep playing a bit of this T10 on the circuit. Young Christopher Lynn, not so. He's got 1-0 and 0 and dropped himself, he was saying. I saw him there before the toss. This is a nice stroke. It is typical of Cox to get underway in this fashion.
Not sure about a nice shot, however, very effective in this form of the game. You do need boundaries, and that's exactly what Jordan Cox has delivered for the Tigers.
Yeah, Tigers, their opening partnership has not been flash. Talk about timing. geez, their average, because of a certain Chris Lynn, their average is 2.67. They'll be hoping for better things from the Pussycats out in the middle and also around the ground. Passion to the fore for the BANGLA side. Yeah, so a bit of work to do, and they are already, well, they passed that average, thank goodness. The Tigers with the opening partnership, that is. Little flick. Oh, it's gone all the way. Their highest opening partnership this season, with tongue-in-cheek, it has to be said.
Well, Danny, you mentioned Bangla Tigers have been struggling from the start. Well, Fernando has just hoiked it over. Fine leg for a monster. And got a bit of momentum in the Tigers innings. Last ball this time is a thick edge. Back-to-back boundaries for the Tigers.
16.
නත්තල් සියත් නත්තලට තෑගි ගන්න සුපිරි ඔන්ලයින් ප්ලට්ෆෝර්ම් එක superipola.lk.
Melbat. Let's play together. Have fun together. And win together. Melbat. Feel the real passion.
So you look at the balance, it's pretty good. Benny Howe was saying, yeah, they'd just like to get some more runs and field a lot better in terms of some catching and outfielding. Oh, we've got a bit of spin here. There's the Sultan. Not a swing of spin. Character, isn't he? Cries a catch it. He did well. That's the captain. Reel back the years, Angelo.
Well, certainly saved a boundary there, the skipper. Have a look at this last ball of the first over. Thick edge. Well, this game really is not fair at times. Back-to-back boundaries. A very good start. 16 off the first over is what the Tigers have managed. Fernando to face a second ball from the Sultan.
Tries to catch it again. Oh, about the fifth attempt, I reckon, Nisham. And the Sultan cuts loose with a celebration. Wow. We've seen the easy ones put down and all the hard ones taken. Nisham just.
Yeah, try to manufacture something out of nothing, really. I'll always check the front foot no ball. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. He was short of a length, not really there to try and hit over the top. Well, Jimmy Nisham does make an absolute meal of it in the end. Manages to complete the catch and get rid of Avishka Fernando as he departs for 11. Tigers 17 for 1.
Kushal Mendes, Mr. Experienced, doesn't have a heck of a lot of Abu Dhabi T10, but one heck of a talent. Oh, he's underway straight away with a lovely late dab.
Well, you said he's talented. He puts that away with absolute ease. Look at the placement. Kushal Mendes had a very good World Cup for Sri Lanka. And he's just continuing in that form here at the T10 in Abu Dhabi. This time it's going to be a wide. So Northern Warriors proving a little bit expensive here at the start.
Yeah, Jimmy Neesham. 1, 2, 3, 4. And in the end, it allows the Sultan to celebrate. It's in a straight line. Squeeze one. They've got a wide, so still got a couple to go. 7 off, and good thing for the Tigers. It means Cox has got the strike back. What, he got a real-time replay? Like you say, OS, they're trying to manufacture something that wasn't really there. Give it a little bit more of a look, maybe. Fernando, that is. Decided not to, and it's cost him. And the long handle has got air miles on this one. A flight out of Abu Dhabi, if you please.
Well, straight out of the screws, this one. Beautiful flourish with the bat as well by Coxey. When many a mile into the stands.
Oh, flashing. Brutal. What a stroke to finish. 17 off the second. Power play done. It's 33 for 1.
Melbat. Let's play together. Have fun together. And win together. Melbat. Feel the real passion.
We're waiting for Mr. Pakteen. He's making the signal. They're going to take the floating power play straight away. Got some momentum into it, and so he says, yep, let's take it in the third over. Between 3 and 9, you can take the power play. Oh, I wish that was you in your heyday, and that too.
Oh, I wish. Well, I quite enjoyed that shot. Back-to-back boundaries. Sultan not happy with the way he ended that over. Proven to be rather expensive. Meanwhile, it's Mitten into the attack. 14 wickets in only 23 games. That's his T10 career.
I hope he sorted out his run-up. He starts with a full toss that gets pumped downtown. So he might still be blaming his run-up for his lack of rhythm and front foot issues.
But an absolute gift for Kusal Mendes. Nice juice, full toss. And he puts it away with ease.
Yeah, just want to check that waste time full toss. So Nigel Long is our television umpire upstairs. So Nigel's making some plans upstairs here. Let's find the front foot and point of contact. Oh, he's got a case, I suppose. I reckon that is just above. Yeah, I think it's another no ball. First time for the waist high. Yep, confirmation. Mitters, you mongrel. The coaching staff would be all over him. What are you doing? So it's time for a freebie, and Kusal Mendes will be the bearer of it. Let's have a look. Or bowled. I'll end up squeezing a single.
Here he is, Mr. Pakteen, the on-field umpire. from Afghanistan. And of course, Mr. Shiju Manil, the man from the UAE, standing currently at square leg. In comes Mitten. Banged in and dispatched. Into the boundary she goes.
Mr. Pakdeen has been very busy with his signals just of late. He absolutely smashed this. Jordan Cox once again is in a hurry. Here in Abu Dhabi, 22 from 7, 2 and 2, 2 4s, 2 6s, and almost goes over the fence into the bank. Chimandavas, the great Sri Lankan left arm swinger. Be wondering what's going on with Mr. Mitten. Once again, some more work for umpire Pakdeen. He's signal a no ball, a 6, now a wide. Very hectic.
Well, a great start for the Bangla Tigers. You mentioned earlier, Danny, it was the highest partnership so far. Sorry, highest power play score. They are just continuing on it beautifully. 46 for 1. Mitten, Cox trying to reverse sweep him. Misses out, and the umpire has not given it a wide, much to the dismay of Mr. Cox.
He's looking complete disgust. He says, "Are you wearing glasses?" "Yes, you are, Mr. Pakdeen." Yeah, that score in 90 the other evening. Had a heck of a load of scoops and reverse sweeps, switch hitting, you name it. He played an extraordinary innings of 360-degree batsmanship. And again, it's just so fluent. There's another boundary to Jordan Cox. 50 up for the Tigers.
Well, they're pretty happy with that. Yet another boundary from the bat of Cox, albeit from the toe of the bat. Don't think he quite middled it. However, Mitten is proving rather expensive for the Warriors. Already gone for 17 runs of just 4 deliveries. And there was also a free hit in there, Danny, which only went for a single. Jordan Cox strike rate, wow, we shade under 300.
Cox says no. He just says, Kush, take it easy. Because he'd lost his balance there, and he's done a mischief to his lower back there, swung himself off his feet. Yeah, quite extraordinary, that innings of 90 not out of just 36. He carves it pretty quickly. Even if he doesn't get a lot, he gets them early. Now he's 26 from just 10.
Yeah, innings of the tournament for me so far, that 90 not out. He was outstanding. This time walks across and he sweeps it well, and it's gone all the way. 23 off the over. That's the end of 3 overs. Tigers 56 for 1.
සියලුම ක්‍රීඩා භාණ්ඩවල මිල අඩු කළා. සම්පූර්ණ ක්‍රිකට් භාණ්ඩ කට්ටලයම 23900යි. ක්‍රිකට් බෑගයක් නොමිලේ. The Transport Borella.
Melbat. Let's play together. Have fun together. And win together. Melbat. Feel the real passion.
As you'd expect, much to the blade of Geordie Cox. Time for Tremaine Shamsi. Come on, Tremaine. Let's see what you've got. The shoe man, as opposed to the soul man. Oh, he's off the stumps, but it was short enough. Thinking a 2, and it's easy. Yeah, a lot of room out there.
Have another look at that 6. Walks across, sets her early. And then thank you very much. Pascal Mendes sweeps hard, but straight to the fielder. So 2 runs so far. 3 runs so far of Shamsi's bowling. Good bit of captaincy, I like it. Bit of spin, take the pace off, and see how things progress here. That was that last over of Mithun, which proved rather expensive. 23 runs coming off that over, and Tigers now 59 for 1 are beautifully placed actually to get a big total from here on in.
They're so busy, Geordie Cox. He's looking to score off every delivery, whether it's sweeping, reverse sweeping, scooping, dabbing, going outside leg or off, over extra, over mid-on, you name it. He's the new Mr. 360. Jordan Cox. He's not on strike, it's Mendes at the moment. And again, wide open spaces out deep. Batters loving the slog sweep, whether they get hold of it or just dab it into a pocket.
Been a good over so far by Shamsi, mixing up his length and line. Cox eyeing up leg side, one feels. He's sitting on 33 of just 12 deliveries. Again into the leg side, they're going to try and get back for 2, but they won't. Kinar Lewis relatively quickly to the ball, keeps it down to a single, and only 6 conceded so far, so good over here for Shamsi so far. Love to see what celebration he's got up his sleeve when he does, if he does get a wicket.
Yeah, it's been a very good over, needed after that 23 off Mitten. Oh, it's furious. You heard the cries of anguish from Shamsi. Just ruins the over somewhat. It goes for 10 in the end, and the Tigers are 66 for 1.
Melbat. Let's play together. Have fun together. And win together. Melbat. Feel the real passion.
Ho 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 ho. Natal siyat nathalata thagi ganna. Superi online platform එක. superipola.lk.
So, run rate just a quiet to the 16.5. Warriors have been put to the sword here by the Tigers. Last ball, yeah, very frustrating. Just a fraction short and wide. That's all it has to be on this good surface. Here's Neesham. And there goes Neesham. He's lucky there's protection out there. 20 balls, and they've brought up 50, these two. So going along rather sweetly.
Certainly are going along sweetly. Cox really timing the ball beautifully. Pascal Mendes also supporting his team man. Neesham into the attack. Bit of pace and bit of spin from the other end.
Mr. Abbas, he's sidelined. Funnily enough, he's been sacked from the playing 11 after his performance last night. Now, a little Rick O'Shea off the stumps. I thought about 2. Some very tidy keeping so far from Mr. Chopra. Well, sponsors, you've got to have these sponsors, and without them, well, you just simply don't have a product. Snowball Money, scan the QR and receive that T10 digital rewards. Visit us, cricket.snowball.money. Mr. Snowball Money. Well, it should be a movie, I reckon, Snowball Money. Probably will be soon. Here we go, straight up. Somebody get there, Choppers! He's got there! That's why he's in the side tonight. Rahul Chopra with the gloves on takes a goodie.
Well, well, well. The Warriors have struck again. Well, that's a legitimate delivery. Banged in. Casal Mendes trying to pick it up over square leg. All he does manage to do is hit it straight up in the air. Chopra taking a smart catch. And Nisham has struck for the Warriors. Mendes goes for 20. Tigers 69 for 2.
It's Miller time. It's 6:24 p.m. local time. Very good numbers from a very good player. The left-handed David Miller is now out in the centre at number 4, and well, it's a pretty comfortable position of 69 for 2, going at 15.3 runs per over so far. Cox is beautifully set. He's striking at 250 as per. 3 and 3. 3 sixes, 3 fours. Here's Miller with his first one against Nisham. And he's underway. I feel good getting off the mark. And there's a good catch from Chopra. Big high steepler into the night sky.
Try to hook it into the leg side. What he manages to do is get a top edge. Chopra focused and delivers for the Warriors. The Tigers, well, they lose another wicket. Although they're nicely set, 70 for 2. And we're only 2 balls left before they've had their 5 overs. That was a little bit of shape there, Danny.
Yeah, Nisham liked it. Certainly just pitched and went, didn't it? And that extra bit of bounce you just occasionally get here. Just sometimes just a bit more exaggerated bounce, and the players have said sometimes a little bit spongy, just goes through a bit more. Going about a new ball, well, it's only 10 overs, isn't it? So even after 8 overs, it's still a relatively new ball. So coming to the end of the 5th, so you hit that seam, and certainly it can go. He's bowling with the breeze behind him as Jimmy Nisham, so he's got some good rhythm, it looks like. God, it's a slower ball. Wonderful deception from Nisham. And it's the big fish. Jordan Cox is set, and now he's got to go.
Yeah, smart bowling there by Nisham. He knew Cox was probably going to try and play a big shot. Nothing wrong with that. Manages to bowl that leg cutter, slower delivery, and beats Cox. All ends up as the ball hammers into the stump.
Melbat. Let's play together. Have fun together. And win together. Melbat. Feel the real passion.
රුපියල් 23900කට සම්පූර්ණ ක්‍රිකට් භාණ්ඩ කට්ටලයක් ක්‍රිකට් බෑගයක් නොමිලේ. The Chance Sport Borrell.
21 games, average of just under 20, strike rate healthy, 185.26, best of 37 not out. They could do with that here. Cox, who was really threatening 35 of 16, has just departed. So a seriously important stage in this game.
Yeah, good bit of captaincy, both Shamsian and Nisham. This was the wicket, and in the last 2 overs, they've lost 2 wickets at only 14 runs. And the run rate has dropped a little bit to around about 7. Well, that was a wide, a welcome wide for the Tigers. 71 for 3. And they've still got 5 overs to go, Hazy.
Yeah, it's still a perfect situation right now for the Warriors, because Miller, who's a very dangerous player, we haven't seen the best of him so far, and he's just arrived. Shanaka also can thump it, just arrived. So fascinating position of this game. Oh, what a delivery that is. That's a beauty. Cursory glance from David Miller.
Well, it's doing a bit out there. Umazai hitting the seam. Look at this delivery. Look at that. Well, that's a good delivery in any form of the game.
That's a beauty. Look at this guy. Seems to be the case when you don't score too many runs. You're not feeling as confident as you would like to, that you get a couple of good deliveries. Pulls that one away strong. There is protection though. Neesham coming back for the second. Miller. Good running. Well, they were screaming along at one stage. They continue at this rate, they'll get to the 136 mark. There's Umazai's career, 7 at just over 11. Not too bad with the areas that he does bowl. Anything around 10 is really, really good. 15 and over, gets him to 143. Nice strong drive down the ground, good stuff from Miller. 4 runs.
Well, a great display of power and placement. Beautifully executed straight down the ground. Well, there are no fielders down there. That is for sure.
He's coming around.
Yeah, that's you're dead right, Away. So it was really good work for Miller to get it so straight. In the air. Safely though.
Smart batting. Turn the strike over. You got your boundary. And now Dasan Shanika is on strike. Yet to open his account.
Coming over to you.
As I've been told, he hasn't faced the ball. Yes, you're right. He's about to face his first delivery.
Two balls left in the over. 8 from it so far. Wide off the first. That's the penalty ball at the end. That's a wide delivery. It's okay though. Inside that guideline, the blue guideline.
A 9 dot balls so far in this innings. Umazai getting 2 of those. 8 runs off Umazai's over so far. Last ball coming up off the 6th over. Third man into the ring now.
Oh, he's missed that. So that's a dot ball. So that's in the end. Seriously good. 8 from it. 6 gone. 78 for 3.
Melbat. Let's play together. Have fun together. And win together. Melbat. Feel the real passion.
Scored the most runs this season, overs 8 to 10 against Deccan Chargers, Deccan Gladiators, when they got 60. Matun again. Expensive first over.
Mithun bowling his second over. Proved rather expensive in his first one. Went for 23 runs off his first over. I'm surprised the captain has trusted enough in him to deliver the second one. Shanika in front of him.
Sliding leg side, a fraction, but just tucked away for 1. He's got to make sure this is a good over, Mitten. It's a hard over to bowl, over number 7, but his first one went for plenty. Didn't Couldn't help with that waist-high full toss, above waist-high full toss first up. That was costly. Went for 4 as well. Nice and fine, clever. Miller is a clever cricketer.
Well, a clever shot. He's got the power. And that shot shows he also has a touch of finesse in his game. Watches it all the way. And thank you very much. Third man's up. I'll just run it past him and get 4 runs.
He stands so still these days, David Miller. Big change in his technique over the last couple of years. What does Matwin want to do? 29 now off 1.5 overs, so he's chasing leather. Missed out that time, did Miller. The third man was put down on the fence, nice and fine, and Miller tried to run it a little bit wider of him that time.
Yeah, good comeback by Mitten. Good answer. Dot ball, pitched and left him. There is a little bit in the wicket still. If you bend your back and you put it in the right area with the seam upright, you are able to extract some type of movement, which is essential, especially in this format of the game.
His swing doesn't last for too long, but there still seems to be a little bit of seam around the place.
That time seam back into the dangerous Miller. Cramped him for room. Still manages to get a single. Gets Shanaka on strike. 85 for 3. One more delivery left in the 7th over.
Now suddenly they're tracking this back nicely. The Warriors. They continue at this rate now. They get to 1-2-4. Important last delivery with a spell for Mitten. Slow delivery, hammers that down the ground. How far has it gone? 6 runs, that's how far it's gone. What a way to sign off that over. They needed, I guess, 13 from it, 7 gone, 91 for 3. Jimmy Neesham, brilliant, 1 over 2 for 4. Outstanding work from him. Omazai also 1 over none for 8, so really good. Shamsi, 10 off his first. The seamers at the top there getting some tap, going at over 15 each of them. Shamsi to complete his second now.
Yeah, a big moment in the game here. Sultan, left arm spinner. And he's got the dangerous Miller on strike. I'd imagine Miller would be trying to target that leg side. So it'd be interesting to see the line and length that Sultan's going to bowl.
Wide to start with.
Sorry, I meant Shamsi. My bad.
Know each other very well, of course. David Miller. Angelo Matthews is just starting to get loose. He's going to be in action soon. Keeb looking on. Work from Shamsi. Still got 8 balls. I can't believe that first ball wasn't called a wide, by the way. Well, that's got to be called a wide. Should be 2 wides in my book.
Nobody, boy!
Have a look at that 6 of the last ball of the previous over. Shanaka picking the slow ball and dispatching it beautifully. And would you believe it, by the reaction of Tabriz Shamsi, I think that was a drop catch. Miller is still there.
Got their keeping problems. Little nick. Yeah, definite nick. Rattling around in those gloves. Dragging that one on the leg side. Calls to the bowler, safely home. Wow, that one's down. There's the keeper who had a tough time yesterday, Abbas. Lots of extras. What was it? Something like 17, 18 extras yesterday. Only 5 at this stage, and that was 4 wides. Shams again. Miller walking across, hammered that, 4 runs. Good shot from Miller.
Smart batting by Miller. Knows exactly what Shamsi's trying to do. Bowl it slower and wider. So he walks over to the offside and hoiks it into that gap through mid-wicket. Another boundary for the Tigers as they are only 2 runs short of getting up the 100. Tossed up. And thank you very much. You're out of here.
Clean hit. Shamsi just smacking himself on the head as well as he walks back. He knows that's exactly where you don't bowl to David Miller in his arc.
Yep, you're right, Danny. Sorry, Hazy. If it's in his arc, it's out the park.
Last ball, 13 off this so far. Oh, and he's got a little bit of a nick on that one. And they scamper through for 1. So 14 off, 8 gone, 105 for 3.
නත්තල් සියත් නත්තලට තෑගි ගන්න සුපිරි ඔන්ලයින් ප්ලට්ෆෝර්ම් එක superipola.lk.
Melbat. Let's play together. Have fun together. And win together. Melbat. Feel the real passion.
Gives him a little bit of a push as well. Yeah, they're good mates, of course, but there's a little bit of competition out there. Miller goes to the umpire and says, surely that was a wide first up, and he's pushing me now. Then he gives him a smack on the backside with the bat. Shamsi steps back and says, there's a blue line, I was looking at that. Neesham. 2 straights, picked up superbly. Great way to start the over.
Well, Miller has picked that up straight out of the middle. I'm not sure what Shamsi said to him, but it is inspired him to put that one out of the ground.
Well, there's a couple of things you do when you're bowling David Miller. One is you don't bowl straight to him so he can play those sort of shots, and you've got to be really careful about your length, and that was wrong also from Neesham. Anything in the good length area, he's just going to launch at this stage. He's so strong and such a clean hitter. That's a better length to bowl to Miller. Coming back for the second though, back on strike.
Yeah, smart running. Knew he could have easily come back for 2 as long as they run the first one hard. Shanakar pushing his man Miller to get back on strike as he moves on to 34 of just 17 deliveries. Tigers 113 for 3, and he's still got 6 balls left after this over.
Yeah, they're surely eyeing 140, surely. Maybe pass that if Miller's there at the death. Dragging that. Calls 2 again. Comfortably back now.
Pressure on the fielders there. Shanaka doing his best to get his man on strike. Miller trying to push his partner. Miller moving on to now 36. And looking very dangerous.
Got their supporters too, the Tigers. .36 off 18 for David Miller. That's a clean hit, but it's only going to be 1, I think. No, coming back. A little stumble at the end. 2 more.
12 off this over so far. 2 more deliveries left. Yeah, you're right, Hazy. I think 140 is what they'll be eyeing up.
which does mean they're going to have to finish big in the next 2 balls. Ideally, 1 boundary off one of them. Matthews has still got 1 over to bowl, and he's going to bowl the last, I'm sure. A little bit squarer that time, streaming away for 4. Better placement that time for Miller. He was waiting for it. 50 stand as well off just 25 deliveries.
Well, you said, Hazy, you have to finish well here in this over. And Miller's doing exactly that, short and wide. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Neesham. 16 already now of this over. Last delivery of the 9th over coming up.
It's a tough over now to Miller. Flipped away on the onside. It's going to be safe. Coming back for 2. He's not going to retain the strike. 2's fine. And that's a good over. 18 from it. 123 for 3.
නත්තල් සියත් නත්තලට තෑගි ගන්න සුපිරි ඔන්ලයින් ප්ලට්ෆෝර්ම් එක superipola.lk.
Melbat. Let's play together. Have fun together. And win together. Melbat. Feel the real passion.
$14 runs off this over gets them to 137. 17 gets to that 140 I was talking about. Skipper's got the hard yards. Both back, long off, long on. That's the width that he's looking to bowl at the moment to Shanaka. Of course, he knows Shanaka very well. Matthews will be happy to bowl as many as he can to him, I'm sure. Off ball to start the over. Just picks that up. Good shot. Nicely played. 6 runs. Good work from Shanaka.
That's a poor delivery. Shanaka, if there is an area he's strong in, it is exactly that. Hip high on leg stump. And he will hit you out of the ground all day long.
Matthews will know that extremely well. Right, so now Matthews got to get that line right for starters. Square on the offside is unprotected. Swipes at that. Wide's called. Matthews just has a bit of a look at the blue line, just as a double check. It's just a guideline, that blue line for the umpires. It's their prerogative to call it, how they feel it is. Bad news for Angelo Matthews. It's been called a wide. Good crowd in the end today. That's great to see. A little bit wide at that time. Toe end of the bat. Single only.
Well, I don't think the Tigers would mind that, because that means that Miller is on strike, who is only 1 blow away, which means he could possibly bring up the second 50 in Abu Dhabi T10 cricket. 3 deliveries left in this over. Angelo Matthews just getting that field right, getting that extra cover man a little bit straighter, and asking that man at deep square leg to move that little bit squarer.
Taking his time now, Angelo Matthews, to make sure this field is right. Third inside the circle has been moved finer. Oh, it's nicely bowled too, nice and tight. Good line. Good line to David Miller. Little extra zip on that delivery. Couple of dot balls in this over, and one that's gone for 1 as well.
a rare dot ball when Miller's on strike. He's done pretty well, 44 of just 22 deliveries this time. Now Matthews getting that man who's just on the short third man boundary.
Just pick that up. He wanted to do that. He was itching to do it. That is his second 50 in the Abu Dhabi T10. It's been a top knock from David Miller. Loved by his players in the dugout as well, and this good crowd here is putting on a show. Good work from Miller.
Well, Miller living up to his reputation. He really has batted unbelievably well. 23 ball 50. And he brings it up with that monster over deep mid-wicket.
4 4s and 3 6s. And the bad news for Angelo Matthews is there's one more ball to go. So they've got that 14 that I was talking about earlier. Can they get to that 140 mark? I mean, they won't going to run 3 runs, I'm sure, unless there's an overthrow. So it'll have to be a boundary probably to get past it. Right, what can Matthews do? Can he keep this last delivery quiet against David Miller? Oh, he can. It's a dot ball to finish. Shy of the stumps as well. And a run out. Also, so David Miller run out of the bowler's end in the end. It's the end of a magnificent knock from David Miller. Really good work from him. 50 off 24. And it's a good total, 137 for 4. I think the Tigers will be pretty pleased with that.
නත්තල් සියත් නත්තලට තෑගි ගන්න සුපිරි ඔන්ලයින් ප්ලට්ෆෝර්ම් එක superipola.lk.
Bring up his second 50 in the Abu Dhabi T10.
Yeah, quick look at the bowling numbers. Sultan just the one over, went for 17. Matthews does the hard yards and got some tap on that last one, 14 off the last over. Return just a couple of overs and he went for 23 in his first. That wasn't a good effort. Shamsi going at 11s. They're all going for expensive numbers. Neesham's first was superb. And then he got tap in the second. Amazai 1 over, none for 8. So overall he'll be pleased with that. But it's a big total, 137 for 4. It'll take a good start, and a good start with intent as well. So have a look at the wicket of David Miller at the end. Keeper gets the ball down to Angelo Matthews. Miller gives up and realises he's in trouble. Keeps that glove on, did well to get it down there actually. Yeah, good stuff from Miller. Haven't seen anything like the best of him so far, but he's come good in this game, which is really important. Which has got him to a good score. Right, important games these. Northern Warriors need 138 runs to win, and they've got to go at 13.8 runs per over. Let's go downstairs and join Tanvi.
David Agent Miller, that was spectacular. Your philosophy, if it's in the arc, it's out of the park. You did that to great effect.
Yeah, no, it was nice striking there, but it's taken a few innings to get there. It's nice to obviously contribute to the team there and put on a good score. So it was just, like I said, good to hit a couple in the middle.
Like you said, this innings was due from your end. What was the game plan coming in when you came to bat?
We're off a good start again, so I think it was just carrying on the momentum, at least giving myself a couple balls, because I think you know, I haven't faced too many this competition, but just giving myself a couple balls to see what's going on, settle down, and then kind of play from there. So that was the plan.
And what was the conditions like today for you?
There's a bit of extra bounce. Yeah, there's a little bit of nibble in the wicket, so I think it's a good enough score. We, as I say, get a couple of wickets in the power play, put them under pressure, but there was a little bit of extra bounce in the wicket.
And you guys confident to defend the target?
Definitely, 100%. I'll back my bowlers.
Well, that's it. Backing your boys. Well done, and thank you for talking to us.
Thank you very much, Fim. Thank you.
He's certainly done his job, that's for sure, with his second 50 in the T10 tournaments in Abu Dhabi. Right, time for a My Dubai innings break.
Oh, here we go.
Halfway through match number 16. Here come the umpires. Now to the middle, Northern Warriors against the BANGLA Tigers, who have got themselves a good total on the board, 137 for 4. And Mendes is going to be keeping. Cox was having some fun with him. On the way out, Cox played nicely. We threatened to get a big one, but we didn't see that kick on. Miller was the one that was the star with his 50 off 24 deliveries. And there's big Carlos Brathwaite, head and shoulders above the rest. Dominic Drakes looks pretty relaxed, but these two opening batsmen have been really good so far. They've been terrific at the top. That's the target, 138. They need to go at obviously 13.8 runs per innings. It's Lewis and Zazai, the two opening batsmen who have been superb. There's Zazai, got 50 in the last game, 25 years of age, just a youngster. Strike rate is very tidy, 170, gives the ball a nice biff. And so far in 4 games, these guys have scored 211 runs at an average of 70.3. So good work between Kenar Lewis and Zazai. Lewis has done a good job as well. He played a supporting role in the last game yesterday, but Zazai kicked on with 52, and that was seriously important. Right, so the Warriors. A couple of sides that have lost games. The last couple. Fernando has been substituted for Josh Little, as we've seen throughout this tournament so far. Little has been introduced. Myland, left armour. Oh, there's a reasonable pace. David Miller just mentioned that there's more bounce in the surface from what he experienced previously. So that's something that these two boys from the Caribbean, well, this gentleman from the Caribbean, from Jamaica, will have to. They're a big lad, isn't he? Look at those guns. We'll have to watch out for. Bit of extra bounce. So Lewis is on strike. Zazai at the non-striker's end. 138, that's going to be pressing.
Last 2 overs of the innings from the Tigers, they got 32. Smashed it to all parts. Rightio, time for Josh Little. That's wild off the scene. A woolly old delivery to get things underway here with the reply with the Warriors.
We've seen a case of iron gloves, haven't we, over the last few days? Of course, Mendes caught it as well. Well, sorry, didn't catch it, but he's caught the case of iron gloves bouncing out.
Tough, Michael, aren't you? Tough old boots on, kicking people. No, fair point. Up and over. Kenar Lewis gets one somewhere in his zone. It's almost gone for 6, just the one bounce, and he is underway with a boundary.
I reckon he might have been a little bit frustrated yesterday. He was just getting ones, really, for Zazai, who was thumping it everywhere, and Kenar Lewis is unleashed on that occasion.
Yeah, you and I saw him post-match, and they were leaving, and we were waiting for our ride, and he was just talking through there, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. He had a bit of a chat about it. He was eye level to me, not so much to you.
He's quite strong and strapping like you. Double O. It was a 4. Bounce once. It is a 4. What's the issue now? Stop the game. Hold on. It's well and truly bounced. We called at the start. Is this Mr. Puckteen? Yeah, Mr. Puckteen just wanted to check that. Anyway. Oh, yeah, bit of shape. Nice, Josh.
Yeah, nice shape back in towards that off stump. Balls with some reasonable pace as Little as well.
There's that little late curve. Good retort. Good comeback from Joshua Little. Very nice.
that's straightened, but I think it might be just missing that leg stump.
So a leg by signal. Look, I just want to tell listeners, viewers, Nigel Long was wanting to check that decision. Yeah, that's comfortably missing. But yeah, that chip downtown that just bounced inside. Nigel Long, our TV match official, the third ump in the hot seat upstairs, just wanted to have total and utter confirmation. Oh, he wanted to get it to the leg side, didn't he? And a bit of shape. This is good from Little when he gets that length right. There is that curve in the air. So the asking rate is now, I don't know, just clicked over 14s for the Warriors. Tough going because of that wonderful total. 137 for 4 by the Tigers, having been inserted, having been put in by Angelo Matthews. Oh, big hoik, big heave. And again, that curve in the air from Josh Little. They're going to get an inside edge and get a couple.
Well, one thing they have to do, of course, is once they're going to chase a total like this, is they need to make sure they're there and thereabouts right at the top. Now, the wide to the first over has certainly helped them a little bit, because this is now the extra ball they've got to bowl. So they're going at 10s at the moment. They need to go at 14 and over. What can they do with this last ball? Oh, he's underneath that, and he's hit it very high indeed. Where's that going? 6 runs. That is a beauty. That's the penalty ball for overstepping. Well, bowling the first one too wide, I should say. 15 off the first over.
Melbat. Let's play together. Have fun together. And win together. Melbat. Feel the real passion.
Ho 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 ho. Natal siyat nathalata thagiganna. Superi online platform එක. superipola.lk.
A little bit of whippage on that leg side, courtesy of Zazai. He picks up his first boundary this evening.
He doesn't mess around, Zazai, we know that. Give him any width, he's going to just whip it away comfortably. Seen him play that shot so many times.
Hey, Carlos Brathwaite is simply not quick enough to bowl that sort of length against Zazai. What's Carlos got to come back with? Lovely slower ball, but it disappears. Pick the bones out of this one. What a start to the second over.
He's so strong. That's the thing about him. He's so strong, Zazai. There wasn't an opportunity for a lot of guys to be able to do this. Look at the way he just flicks this through with the strength and picks it up. I mean, it was pretty close to him, but he still smashed it for 6.
Yeah, I'm with you, Hayes. It's actually that floater ball. It's almost like out of the front of the fingers that Brathwaite does. It has sort of knuckleball, but just floats at you sometimes. But it was just a little too full, that's all.
See where it did float.
With a pilot on it. And there's a dot ball, finally.
This opening partnership is going to be fun. I've got a feeling about this.
The DJ turning up those tunes, eh? It's that song, I've got a feeling. Where is he when you need him? Rev it up, DJ. Chris Lynn. He's had a horror time of it. 1-0 and 0. He's out of the side, and that is out of here. Here's another Tom Mix. We've had 2 of them in the over so far.
And 16 off 4 balls. They are racing. Strike rate of 340 now for Zazai.
Yeah, it's just got that vibe about it, hasn't Michael Hazeman? these two, well, by far and away, head and shoulders in terms of an opening partnership above the rest of the other franchises. This season, that is. So we showed you that graphic where they've just been punishing, mashing it everywhere. And so it's got that feeling. Look at that, 32, and we've still got one to go on the power play. Just that little flick there, not a great delivery. Then the slower ball, a knuckle-type ball, it disappears. And then this gets moosed over mid-wicket for a biggie. One to go, 17 off. And so we've got Carlos Brathwaite up against Kenna Lewis. We've got a Bayesian versus a Jamaican. Last ball. And boom, it's gone all the way. Here's another sixer, 23 off that over. It's the highest power play score this season.
Melbat. Let's play together. Have fun together. And win together. Melbat. Feel the real passion.
None. This supersedes that.
And in the blink of an eye, they just need 100 from here. Track down those overs or those runs quickly, and they just need 100 and 48 balls in this position right now after that last shot. Superbly picked up.
Dominic Drakes. He's crying out for this. He appeals to the umpire, but I think just off the pad, isn't it? Just caressed that pad, Mikey.
Yeah, Dominic Drakes hasn't quite got it right so far in this tournament. We need to get him on target today because he's got a big role to play. Tap off that last over. He's got to try and drag this back now. Nothing on those pads for Zazai because he's going to just flip him onto that bank.
It's not a bad delivery, actually. I think that's a subtle change of pace, and he's had to fetch it because everyone's concerned about getting into Zazai's legs, into that, or if you're too straight on the stumps even. David Spy from the ACU. He's here, skulking about and talking with Chris Lynn. Drakes, where does he go? Yeah, it's not bad, but it's just pace on and eased from Lewis.
Yeah, that's pretty good stuff. Difficult when you got that third man inside the circle to bowl that line and get away with it, I suppose. I mean, it's tough with these two guys, and they're playing so well. Just the way Lewis opens that blade, it runs it fine. So they're going to have to, with the left armour bowling across him, because you've got to stay off his pads as well. Surely third's got to go back. He hasn't, though.
That's better. That's better. Tom Drakes, he's very excitable this evening, but well and truly too high. And think about Lewis, strapping tall fellow, had him quite high on that back, even though it's a back leg. I think it's way too high. Good passion. Sunday night and all. And the breeze, it's not too bad. It's still there. Flag's still fluttering. And he's bowling with the breeze is Dom Drakes. Slower one. Don't bother moving, Mr. Zazai. 50 up with this shot.
Yeah, that's just messed up the over, actually, that shot. He's got his own unique style, Zazai. The head falls over a little bit, but again, he's just got so much strength. Gives it such a whack. Strong forearms, strong wrists. In the slot, it's got to be said, and it disappeared.
Once again, these two openers going head-to-head. Who's going to hit the bigger six? Oh, York, he tried, he's blown it. That has been another over of note in terms of runs. 16 off the third, and the Warriors are 50.
Melbat. Let's play together. Have fun together. And win together. Melbat. Feel the real passion.
සියලුම ක්‍රීඩා භාණ්ඩවල මිල අඩු කළා. සම්පූර්ණ ක්‍රිකට් භාණ්ඩ කට්ටලයම 23900යි. ක්‍රිකට් බෑගයක් නොමිලේ. The Transport බොරැල්ල.
Piling in. Jack and Gladiators. Andre Russell. Nice little spin there from the umpire. Chennai Braves getting ready for match number 17. Starting to think about that. Daniel Sams now been introduced. He's going to try and stem this hemorrhaging. That is the next game. Gladiators versus the Braves. Straight after this one.
Danny Sams. There's a big edge. It's peeled here. It's gone. Sams with his first one. Tigers desperately needed this because this lethal combination of Lewis and Zazai was going rather sweetly. It has been broken now.
Good work from Daniel Sams. Straight into the attack, and he's broken these two apart. Little tick. Comfortably taken by Mendes. And little celebrations began from Sams. They did need to stem that flow because they were going all over the place, these two blokes. Lewis for 22, Warriors 54 for 1.
Melbat. Let's play together. Have fun together. And win together. Melbat. Feel the real passion.
Which means that Hose has got to make sure he continues.
Yeah, they can't stop him, can they? Adam Hose at times. Been catching a lot too, which is great. His fielding has been outstanding. Adam Hose, he's in now. And yeah, that says it all. Gave himself a little bit of room here, didn't he, Adam Hose? Just got outside the line of leg stump and exposed all three. Interesting for your first ball. I know it's T10, but still. Well, the other thing about this is where the Tigers slowed down between 4 and 7. You get outside the power play, and that's where the Warriors came back a bit into the game. Only scored 35 runs in those 4 overs. Hello? What? He steps outside leg, plays and misses, and then does this.
Well, their run rate is at 16 at the moment, so they've just got no choice but to keep going. So he's got to improvise, and he does. Look at that. Required from here is just a shade over the 12 mark. Nothing wrong with that delivery at all, but that's a very cheeky and good shot from Hose. A couple of Jamaicans, there's a whole host of Jamaicans in that lineup.
Yes, it does get past mid-off. Fraction too full there. Daniel Sams and Adam Hose with back-to-back 4s now.
Correct that. Worse than the Caribbean is what I meant to say. But that's a very good shot. Good work. Down the ground this time. Strong. Just past the diving mid-off, perhaps a little bit wide.
Yeah, I think it's the captain. Is that Captain Benny Howell? And again. Oh, yeah, if you're just that little bit too full, Ho says, I'm going to squirt it downtown.
Had a major problem actually with their bowling lineup yesterday. Benny Howe actually bowled. He went for 20 odd in his over, which was seriously expensive. He's got his work cut out as captain now, with this ball just disappearing to all parts. Wicket first up, and now three fours rather in a row. Good work from Hose.
Very exciting, this T10. There is your 4-4s, Mikey, in a row. A wicket, then 4 fours, 16 off the fourth. The Warriors, 7.
නත්තල් සියත් නත්තලට තෑගි ගන්න සුපිරි ඔන්ලයින් ප්ලට්ෆෝර්ම් එක superipola.lk.
Melbat. Let's play together. Have fun together. And win together. Melbat. Feel the real passion.
Zazon, he's in a hurry as well. And the lights are on.
I mean, they don't need to go at 11-0 from here. They got 9 wickets in hand, 11 and over. That's all they need to do. That's how well the start has been played. Really good work from Zazai, Lewis, and also Hose.
Shanaka with his little cutters and seamers. Go short. Peels, but I think did they come off the back of the helmet or actually off the back of Zazai? Hit something.
A bit of a smile there from Zazai. What did that hit? They've obviously heard something. Yeah, just that back shoulder. That's, I think, what he was showing the bowler, actually.
Snowball money. Scan it. You know it. Do it. Digital it. Bring it. Love it. Oh, I'm loving this. Loving the timing and the wrist work. The man from Afghanistan, Mr. Zazai.
3 4s, 3 6s. That's where he's gone now. His partner was smashing around for a while, Lewis, and now Zazai continues. So if it's not one, it's the other. When one gets out, the other one continues. Really nice stuff from Zazai.
When he waited. A little slow, well, good thinking, but there is more gappage. Yes. Gee, there's no stopping Zazai. 4 4s, 3 6s so far.
There wasn't a great deal wrong with that delivery when someone is looking to force as much as he is at the moment and hitting the normal speed deliveries a long way. Nothing wrong with it at all. It was just beautifully placed. That's the important thing about Zazai. Really good work. Amazing, amazing. Just wait a little bit longer before he hit it.
Yeah, pressure on the bowler, you see, that's what it does. It's mean it asks Shanaka try something a bit different because he's just been battered a couple of times.
I don't know how they're going to stop this onslaught. The only way they can do it is get wickets. They've got to make sure they get rid of both of these guys because they're away, and they're a little bit thin in their bowling, I'm afraid, the Tigers.
Spot on, Michael. You've got to get wickets. That's what they need to do because this man is in such good form. Real purple patch here for Zazai. Yeah, you got to knock him over. It's as simple as that.
Post a total of 137 for 4. Just looks like they're just going to coast this at the moment, the Warriors. Amazing stuff. Speaking of amazing stuff, lovely stuff to see that on the behind the boundary line. And that is terrific. Inside the boundary line. Another boundary. My goodness, 15 off this, and there's one more to go. Yep, that's right, young lady. That's gone for 4.
Partnership suddenly races into the 30s. 31 off 11, this partnership. Tough man to bowl to at the moment. He's striking, well, let's call it 287. 5-4-3 maximums, and Zazai is seeing it like a pumpkin. Moving around the crease, just stepping inside, using his wrists, using some brute force, but also some really clever manipulation of the field.
Andre Russell will be keen to make a serious impact in the next game. Oh, speaking of impact, bang! 6 runs, massive over, 21 from it, 5 gone, 91 for 1.
Melbat. Let's play together. Have fun together. And win together. Melbat. Feel the real passion.
Ho's 16 off 5. He's hit 4 fours in a row, I might add. Now, the last ball, that last over from Shanaka, he thought about yelling out, someone catch this, please. No, it's in the crowd. And Mustafa with a little bit of floating off spinners, what have you. It's what Captain Benny Howell has decided to do. He's decided to take pace off. I'm not surprised he actually hasn't come in himself. He hasn't made an appearance, actually, Benny Howell. When you think about it, he's a bit of a specialist bowler in these white ball matches. He's on 49 as Zazai, and he's been going rather nicely, striking just quietly at 306. Oh, leave it alone. Let's have a look at this. This bounced a bit, is it? Hello, Owen. How was dinner?
Dinner was very good, and so was that delivery, a dot ball. Well, it's in the slot, and that has been dealt with. Into the stands, Zazai is on fire. Third fastest 50 this season for Mr. Zazai. He really is on fire.
And he gets out the backdrop. Yeah, he's pumped. He really is. It's a wonderful hand from Hazratullah Zazai. Yeah, once again, you bowl in that sort of zone, you're going to disappear massively. Yeah, look at Shamsi, the back of the dugout. Deserves one of those, says Dubey. Yeah, good stuff. Good entertainment, really has. What is he? 55 off 18.
And that was a mic drop, Danny, in case you didn't know. The Gen Z celebration.
Ah, that one, yeah, I saw. I see do that. Here we go, not another one. Into the gap. Grant Elliott. Yes, I saw Grant Elliott do that a while ago in the PSL. 100 up.
Certainly did. Yeah, good memory there for you. 100 up, like you mentioned, only for the loss of 1 wicket. And, wow, that target of 138 looks a doddle for the Warriors. This time, it's been hoiked, probably, and he's gone. Benny Howell has taken a smart catch. Mustafa strikes, and that's the end of Zazai.
Yeah, special innings. It's his third 50 this season. I think it's his quickest as well. Wow. And it needed to happen. Mike Hazeman was saying, yeah, let's stop him by getting him out. That's the only way you're going to do it. And Benny Howell, the skipper, Has taken a very smart catch running back. It's a goodie. It needed to be. It's the end of Zazo. What a wonderful innings.
සියලුම ක්‍රීඩා භාණ්ඩවල මිල අඩු කළා. සම්පූර්ණ ක්‍රිකට් භාණ්ඩ කට්ටලයම 23900යි. ක්‍රිකට් බෑගයක් නොමිලේ. The Transport බොරැල්ල.
Melbat. Let's play together. Have fun together. And win together. Melbat. Feel the real passion.
Position of number 4. But Mustafa, yeah, wanted to go back over long on, and it was outside off stump. So just those very fast hands being just a fraction too fast then. But my word, what an innings. Nisham, well, he's into a reverse one already. 6 done, 100 for 2.
නත්තල් සියත් නත්තලට තෑගි ගන්න සුපිරි ඔන්ලයින් ප්ලට්ෆෝර්ම් එක superipola.lk.
Melbat. Let's play together. Have fun together. And win together. Melbat. Feel the real passion.
Mendes as well. And in reply, well, they're going along just so sweetly. 9.5 is the asking. That's all they need. 38 from 24. Josh Little could do with another wicket or two, I reckon, always.
They certainly can. They certainly need to. The Tigers are up against it here. Currently, the Warriors are operating at just shade below 17 runs and over. Well, that was a full start. 24 deliveries left in this inning so far. Only 38 runs more required.
That's one about the footing. I don't know if he was just checking Jimmy Neesham. Wasn't backing up too far, just having a little look. But I think may have just the load up for Josh Little. Not quite happy. The drivers are in the house. Important fellows that take us back to the hotel. Big shout, Given! There's another one. And it's Adam Ho. So suddenly we're going to have 2 new batters at the crease for the Warriors.
Well, would you believe it? One might think he didn't need to do that. Have a look at that. Yep, perfectly legitimate delivery there. Ho's trying to play the reverse ramp. Well, he's got a little tickle on here, and Mr. Mendes behind the stumps takes a catch. Hose departs for 17, Warriors 100 for 3.
නත්තල් සියත් නත්තලට තෑගි ගන්න සුපිරි ඔන්ලයින් ප්ලට්ෆෝර්ම් එක superipola.lk.
Melbat. Let's play together. Have fun together. And win together. Melbat. Feel the real passion.
Rather quickly. The old Shaq's still sporting that sore digit. Loves his cell phone. 2 wickets falling at 100. Josh Little. Oh, as easy as you like. Just a little dab to third. No third man back. So a comfortable boundary for Angelo Matthews. First little sighter, and he gets a bit of room and just says, there you go.
Yeah, good bit of batting there. Nicely placed. Angelo Matthews using all his experience. There he is, Josh Little. I wonder what he's got up his sleeve here at this ball.
Bump him. And he just goes length. Yeah, you often see Matthews, also, you play test cricket, you get a few more around your lid, but often you get one early in even white ball cricket. Yeah, just a bit cute. Wasn't quite the delivery for it. And as you say, Oasis, a little tickle through to Mendes. Suddenly, yeah, two new batters. Nisham, he's yet to get off the mark. He's only faced one. Now he's got the opportunity. So, fine leg goes back. Deep backward square. Man at mid-wicket and long on. There's no one inside the circle on the onside. Nice little change-up. Keep it simple. Rotate the strike, and the skipper's happy to do so.
Yeah, smart batting. Just get in. You've got plenty of time. Still got 3 overs left after this over. Warriors needing only 32 more runs of 20 deliveries.
Thank you to the sponsors. This is Alubond. It's a major sponsor, Alubond A2, the world's largest manufacturer of aluminium composite panels. Good on yous!
There you go. You've heard it from Danny. Good on yous, Mr. Alubond and co.
Too much time in Queensland.
Carlos Brathwaite, one of the Bangla Tigers players. Little's in, banged in. Turns it into the leg side. They're going to try a comeback for 2, and they won't.
Yeah, started with the wicket, that of Adam Hose. It's 7 off, 1 to go. And asking about still only 9.8. They're going at 15.6s. So it's all very comfortable at the moment, but you lose Matthews. And you think about those to come. Keeper Rahul Chopra. About tail. A slow one to finish. Slow tennis ball one. 8 off the 7th. 108 for 3.
නත්තල් සියත් නත්තලට තෑගි ගන්න සුපිරි ඔන්ලයින් ප්ලට්ෆෝර්ම් එක superipola.lk.
The Warriors. Look at that 146 by the Warriors back in 2021. It was COVID years. 2022. So yeah, this could be the 3rd best, should they track it down. Matthews and Nisham at the crease. Time for Carlos Brathwaite. This first one disappeared. He's up against Zazai and Kenna Lewis, so let's see what he's got here to redeem himself, the big Bayesian. Nice round 10 and over for the last 3. Have to reload that one, Carlos.
Not the ideal start, that. I've got a fellow bowler commentator. Not happy about that, are we, Danny?
Yeah, subtly abusing the screen. No one can see that. That's good. Dear old Carlos, yeah. Got a couple of really good knuckleballs the other night. He's developed that repertoire in the last few years. That's better. That's what he's looking for, that wide Yorker that's just inside that blue line, which is a guide for the umps. Nisham was flirting and thinking, another wide? No.
Well, that's 13 dot balls so far in this innings. Still Warriors way ahead. 29 runs required of just 17. Nisham on strike. It's in the slot, however, driven down the ground, just a single. Giant of a man, Brathwaite. There certainly is a lot of him. I'm not sure if I'd want to face him, Danny. It's pretty intimidating.
Not in the ring anyway. Gloves on. No. 6'6", and he's got even more solid, I reckon. He's very powerful through the thighs, glutes. Strong man. Speaking of strong. Oh. Dominic Drakes, we're going to have to recheck this, but it's a very good effort if it's a catch taken by Dom Drakes for Carlos Brathwaite. Let's have a look at it.
I think it's good. I think this is good. Well, that's good. Have a look at this. It's the old leg cutter slower ball. Have a look at this. Angelo Matthews looks on. Good there. Good there. I tell you what, I think he's done well. Angelo Matthews, you can start your walk back to the pavilion.
Yeah, he was watching on the big screen and then getting confirmation. Gone for just half a dozen, the captain, and suddenly the Warriors lose another one. They're 110 for 4. Azmatullah Mazai, he's out there, the youngster. He's played a bit of the Dhabi T10. He's out there at number 6 to Wilson Willow. So it was going rather nice. Only needed 9s, then 9.5. Suddenly it's just over 11s. They've lost the captain. They've lost wickets at 100 twice, second and third, and now the fourth wicket at 110. Cries a catch at Dom Drakes again. And catches another one. Carlos is on a hat-trick here. Let's celebrate and go nuts.
Well, would you believe it? Back-to-back wickets. Brathwaite, all of a sudden, has turned the game on its head. Warriors still require 28 runs from 14 wickets as, well, that man, Drakes takes another catch, gets rid of Azmatullah Omarzai for naught. Warriors 110 for 5.
Mr. Rahman.
Right arm over 2 to play.
Zahoor Rahman, he's on the hat-trick. Here we go, Carlos. Oh. Carlos, why didn't you get a good Yorker in there, Chief? Oh, just a dot.
Here we go, have a look at these wickets. Angelo Matthews, first to go. Very, very well done there by Drakes. And then the second one, simpler off the 2. Steadied himself and, well, the Bajans coming to the party. Zio on strike, facing his second delivery.
Well, we've had 8 now. Nelson's up, and the Warriors are suddenly 111 for 5.
Melbat. Let's play together. Have fun together. And win together. Melbat. Feel the real passion.
නත්තල් සියත් නත්තලට තෑගි ගන්න සුපිරි ඔන්ලයින් ප්ලට්ෆෝර්ම් එක superipola.lk
111 for 5. That's Mr. Blockchain himself. Young Mr. Parun of Snowball. Here's Daniel Sams, 1 for 16. And his last. Second over. Now then. This is important. James Neesham, who's a very good striker of the ball. He came in at number 4. And you'd think now the Warriors could really do with him starting to flick the switch and find a groove here and try and win the game for them.
Well, he certainly has to do it for the Warriors. All eyes are on Neesham as he faces up. He's only on 3. He's only faced 5 deliveries. That was delivery number 6, and well, there you go. That's his first boundary. And now the equation, 22 required of just 10 deliveries. The dangerous Neesham just starting to open his shoulders up.
Yeah, thick edge it'll do. Goes right back across to get underneath the length. Does it effectively. Up and over. Yep, those lefties. Sam's over. Slow one. You're going to have to go for 2. Oh, he's coming back. Going to have to hurry. Throw wasn't good enough because he was a little off balance playing the stroke and then had to come all the way back for the second. Neesham was, wondering how good a throw that'd be from the boundary. Drake's out there. He's taken 2 good catches. That's Fuller. Only 1 this time. Shanaka, beg your pardon, Mr. Drakes. Still a good-looking fellow. Keeps it to 1.
Yeah, but you nailed him for misfielding. It wasn't even him, Danny. And now you're trying to clutch it back by calling him good-looking.
Well, he is.
Fair enough. There he is, Jason Roy. Just getting in the zone before the big game.
Yeah, let's see if he can spark up. Oh, Rahman. Yeah, a little miscue, but it does give the strike back to Neesham with 1 to go here in the 9th. She's 18 now off 7. Now this needs to go for 4 would be handy. Then 14, or if even better if it goes for 6. But let's not be too greedy. Let's say it goes. This does go for 4. They'll need 14.
Yeah, big delivery in the context of the game here. This goes for not a boundary. Then all of a sudden, the Tigers will fancy themselves.
It will only be 1, but it means Neesham keeps the strike. They're going to need 17 off the last. It's 1-2-1 for 5.
නත්තල් සියත් නත්තලට තෑගි ගන්න සුපිරි ඔන්ලයින් ප්ලට්ෆෝර්ම් එක superipola.lk
Melbat. Let's play together. Have fun together. And win together. Melbat. Feel the real passion.
The history of Dhabi T10 in the last over chase. Now they're going to go better than that and get 17. Not impossible, but gee, you think that the first 2 deliveries are key. Can they go for 2 boundaries, either 2 4s, or even better 6 and 4 would be handy, but we've got Dom Drakes, who's very capable of getting it in the block hole and is one of those brave T20, T10 bowlers. Just getting the field sorted for the left-handed Nisham, though. Benny Howell just waving and moving fielders. Given that he's the captain, he's going way out to extra cover on the fence. So third man's a wide third, but there's a traditional third and fine leg up. So you think pace off. It looks like a bit more pace off the ball with long off, up, long on, back on the leg side. He's gone full. Oh, and it's well played from Nisham. He went full with pace on to Drakes, and it's cost him.
I'm not sure if that was the delivery. Would have been ideal for that situation. In the slot, and Nisham bangs it down the ground. That man at mid-off, Cox, could not stop that big blow for the Warriors, as the equation now is only 13 of 5 deliveries, and what that means is a big discussion between the bowler and the skipper.
Well, I've got so excited about this last over that I've forgot to tell viewers. Time penalty. They've actually had to 5 inside the field because they're late with their overs, and that's the time and field penalty. So they've got to have 5 inside, only 4 out. That's the tough gig for Dom Drakes. So we've had 4 off the first, and that's the desire for the Warriors. They're cruising along. They're 1 for 100. And then all of a sudden they're 110 for 5. Reload that one. Afraid so, Dom. So still 5 to go, and now 12 to get.
The Tigers up against it here. Drakes trying to get that wide Yorker in. He's toying with that blue line. And as you all know, the blue line belongs to the umpire. Here he is, in again.
Thrashing. Oh, well done, Jimmy Nisham. Couple of bounces, and it's in his arc. Suddenly just 8 from 4 now.
Yeah, got to have a word here with Dom Drakes, the skipper. I don't think these tactics are going to work against Nisham. You can't bowl full on off stump with mid-off up. It's not going to work. And he's banged him 2 down the ground. And now there's some changes. Got deep mid-off. And that man, that wide third man, is now being asked to come into the circle. This is a better field, Danny.
Yeah, much better field. Given that Drakes is either trying to look to get it in the block hole, and you've got long on and long off bat, you've got a very straight mid-wicket on the fence as well. Point back. There we go, there we go. That's what he's looking for, trying to get it in the hole. So we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bowlers and no Benny Howell. Benny! He's not batting and bowling today, he's only just going to be captain on the night.
Well, Benny Howell hasn't really done much tonight, apart from set fields and talk tactics with his bowlers. Maybe a bit there, maybe get him in, get him out of the ring. Well, he's got a job to do here. 7 runs required of just 3 deliveries, and can the captain and the bowler defend this score here?
Well, he took a very good catch to get rid of Zazai, that one running back over his shoulder, did Benny Howell. That is the big thing he's done tonight. But you bowl a wide and you disappear for a couple of 4s, suddenly it's 7 off 3. Can really do with knocking the poles over here, Dominic Drakes. He's going to come left arm round to the right-handed Rahman. Oh, and he's got into there. Miss it though. Happy to take 1. That's what Nisham's saying. That'll hold your horses there. ZR, that's all. I'm back on strike to finish the game. 6 off 2. Tell you what, cracking Yorker into the poles now will be just a treat.
Yeah, I like that by Nisham, taking control of the situation. He's a senior partner and the man in form. 2 balls required and just 1 blow away.
Or could we have a super over? Could we have a nasty little tie and have a super over? Oh, get down, Minnie! Oh, they're going to get 2, are they? Get back! They do get through for 2, so now 4 to win. It's a big field. We're going to see a 3, given that they got the fielding penalty to get a supernova over.
What a game of cricket we got on here. The crowd getting into it. The Tigers camp nervous, coach nervous. My fellow commentators nervous.
Fizzing. Lucky 13 so far. 4 to get to win it off the last ball. This is brilliant. We've come down to a last ball finish. Benny Howell chatting with Dom Drakes. They were late with the overs. So they had to have the extra fielder inside the circle. Long off, long on. Straight mid wicket on the fence. Here we go. Last ball to Neesham. Oh, no, he can't. The Tigers have got up. Let's invade the pitch, says Trebay and the gang. They're partying hard here. He's done it, has Dominic Drakes. A couple of guys getting very excited that you don't jump up on Carlos. He will get rid of you very quickly. So they've done it. They've managed to defend that total of 137 by 2 runs. Neesham wanted to go with a little flick over third. Couldn't do it, and they've come second.
Well, what a game of cricket. It was Warriors all the way up until probably the last 3 overs, where the Tigers have fought their way back into the game and have snatched the victory from Warriors, as they are the winners here by 2 runs. You got a feel for Neesham. Did a lot of work, a lot of good stuff, however, falls short of that last delivery. And Dominic Drakes, look at that. That is what means a victory in the Abu Dhabi T10 to these guys.
Sure does. They've done it very, very well. Held his nerve. As the players go through the handshakes at the end of the contest. But bitterly disappointing, I reckon, for the Warriors, their coach Chaminda Vas, given that they were at one stage 1 for 100, because Lewis and Zazai were going like steam trains running away with it. And Ho's got 17 from 7. Neesham ended up with 23 and 0, but really when they were 1 for 100, they were cruising, were the Warriors, and in the end come up short by just a couple.
Well, that man Drakes does the business, however proved rather expensive. Mustafa bowling just that 1 over was pretty good, and of course Little bowled pretty well as well, and Brathwaite weighing in with a couple of wickets, but that man Drakes has delivered when it really mattered for his team.
Yeah, so in summary, 137 for 4. Miller the standout with Cox, a bit of Mendes and Shanaka. And in reply, the Warriors, trying to track down 138, could only in the end get to 135 for 5 thanks to Zazai with his 57 and Lewis with that opening partnership. They pumped it all around the park and put on 54, but in the end it just wasn't good enough, and the Tigers held on by 2 in the end. Winning moment? I don't know, Oasis went there. Eh?
Well, I feel if you've got the strength to put the ball out of the park, I wouldn't be worrying about a reverse dab or a little ramp shot. I'd put my foot down and try and put it out of Abu Dhabi. However, the modern day cricketer, well, would you believe it? The skipper, Matthews, can't believe it, and nor can that man in your screen. He thought he probably had it. Unfortunately, it wasn't his day today.
Yeah, I think he'll be ruining that option of just trying that cute little flick to third. There's Davey Miller, another lefty. Played exceptionally well for his 50 of just 24. So what does this do to the points table here for the Abu Dhabi T10? It's the Warriors. They end up staying there on 4 points. But the Bangla Tigers, they stay with our as well. And they're just happy to get over the line with a win there. Not much with the net run rate as well for both sides. Of course, the top 4 teams qualify for those playoffs. We're going to have a break and come back with all things post-match presser.
Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go.
It's another great season here of the Abu Dhabi T10. Very shortly, we're going to have the Gladiators and the Braves of match 17. Rightio, time to go down. But, not quite ready there for the toss, I don't think, with Michael Hazeman just sorting things out. But we'll have a flip of the coin very shortly, because this contest, match 17, our third of the day-night. Looking forward to this one immensely. All right, I think they're all ready down there. Michael Hazeman with the captains and match ref.
Okay, we've got the captains alongside me for the toss. Charat Asalanka, of course, Nicholas Paran, and also match referee David Jukes is with me. Charat from the Braves, Asalanka from the... Charat from the Braves, and of course, Nicky from the Gladiators, obviously. Righto, way we go. You got the coin there, Nick.
Heads.
Heads is the call. Bit of a floater there from Nicholas Paran.
Oh, the tears are heavy.
It is a tail.
The tears are heavy. Very good.
What have you decided to do?
We're going to have a bowl first.
Okay, now this pitch today, you've been watching pretty closely, seems to be a little bit different. The boys are saying perhaps a little bit more bounce today.
Okay, we haven't really watched the games, to be honest, but if there's some bounce, that means some runs will score. We'd like that. But in saying that, the last game of the night, obviously, the dew factor plays a part. It's a bit wet for the bowlers to hold the ball. So hopefully that can work in our favour if we bat in second.
Okay, now what about this log? It's getting quite jammed at the moment. How are you feeling about the way you guys are placed?
It's T10 cricket. You're going to win some games, you're going to lose some games. But coming off two losses, then winning one game, I think it's the right time to get the momentum. Going into obviously the last couple of games and then potentially the playoffs.
I bet you got one guy in your lineup who's just dying and itching to get some runs, Andre Russell.
Oh yeah, he's a big player for us, and no doubt in our mind that he'll come good for us.
How do you play with such a carefree attitude?
How?
Personally?
For me, honestly, it's hard work. I get my confidence on the nets and I just take that into the game. It's all about being brave. You need to obviously be brave to take chances, and it's either you get away with it or you get out, and you have to live with the consequences. But thankfully for me, I get my confidence from the practice session, and I just go out there and I try my best to execute my skills.
Doing a fine job. What's your team?
Thank you. We have one change. Luke Wood is out today. Just have a little niggle, and obviously Nurul will be in the 11. Yeah.
We'll read it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Right. Thanks, Nicky. Right. Good luck. Charat, had you won the toss, what would you have done?
I would have ball first as well.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm pretty happy with the batting as well.
Righto. Now, how do you rate your performance, your team performance, so far in the tournament?
To be honest, I'm pretty happy about the performance, but it's very important how will we play the upcoming 3 games. It's very important for us. So far, I'm pretty happy.
One thing you do need to do is get that top order firing.
Definitely, yes. My key player from top order is Jason Roy. I'm looking for his firing.
And what about these power hitters for the Gladiators? How much thinking and research and planning do you do when you come up against a side like this?
Yeah, especially they have good power hitters. We all know that, and we just basically had few plans for them, and hopefully it will go in our way.
Okay, now what about your team?
Same team. We are going with same team.
Okay, Charat. All the best. Good luck.
Thanks so
Hope it goes
much.
well. Okay, the news in the middle is the Gladiators have won the toss and they've elected to bowl first. We're going to take a break. When we come back shortly, we'll continue our build-up to the game.
Oh, here we go.
DB
we go.
What a glorious sight here. Side Stadium, 137 for 4. In the end, was too good, courtesy of Mr. Miller and Mr. Cox, because the Warriors could only get to 135 for 5. A win by the Tigers by 2 runs. Very good. Rightio, it's time to go down to the post-match presentation with Tanvi Shah.
Good evening and welcome to the post-match presentation for match number 16 of the Abu Dhabi T10, powered by Sat Sport News, between the Northern Warriors versus the Bangla Tigers, live from the beautiful city of Abu Dhabi. On behalf of the tournament, I would like to express our gratitude for the continued support of Department of Culture, Tourism, Abu Dhabi Sports Council, Abu Dhabi Cricket and Sports Hub, Emirates Cricket Board and T10 Global. We'd also like to thank our sponsors, Sat Sport News, Vimal, Rario, Alubon A2 and My Dubai. Now I'd like to welcome our presentation party, Mr. Fujal Farooqi on behalf of Sat Sport News, Mr. Shakib Al Hassan, the brand ambassador of Bangla Tigers, Mr. Azhar Morani, the team director of Northern Warriors. We have a couple of awards to be given. First up, the Magic Moment of the Match Award for 1,000 dirhams, presented by Mr. Azhar Morani, and the award goes to Dominic Drakes for his catch to dismiss Angelo Matthews. Now this wouldn't be a T10 without some massive hits, which brings us to the Power Hit of the Match Award for 1,000 dirhams, presented by Mr. Shakib Al Hassan, and the award goes to David Miller, 50 runs of 24 balls. Now, our final award for the evening is the Player of the Match Award for 1,000 dirhams, presented by Mr. Fujal Farooqi, and the award once again goes to David Miller. David, 50 of 24 balls. That was a very crucial innings for you to get the Bangla Tigers on the other side.
Yeah, it was. It was a crucial innings, but you know, I think in games like this, you need someone to come off, but with that, a lot of contribution throughout. So I think the bowlers started a little bit shaky there and then really came through at the back end, which is great to see. Nice fighting character.
It's been a tough start for the Tigers. Where do you guys go here from now?
Hopefully 3 wins in a row. It has been a bit stop-starty with our results, win-loss, you know, so I think we've 2 from 4 now, but maybe something to sort of kind of look ahead, just a bit of momentum on our side, you know, finding a bit of rhythm. We've played now 4 games, and yeah, hopefully we finish off strong. We need to win the next 3 in a row, so the boys are really up for it.
And what's the mood in the camp?
The mood's really good. We were in the bus for an hour and a half last night after the game. The traffic was a standstill, and we ended up walking and going through the streets with all the spraying and stuff, so it was pretty good fun after that. And but the guys are having good fun. I mean, it's a short tournament, and just really making sure that we have a lot of fun.
Well, it shows that you guys are having fun, and well done today. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Sandy. Thank you.
Next up, the captain of the Bangla Tigers, Benny Howell, for a quick chat. Benny, congratulations. I mean, this really came down to the wire. At what point did you think you guys were going to make it through?
Not till the very last ball, to be honest. It was a nerve-wracking game throughout, but the bowlers held their cool extremely well, and yeah, great to get a win.
And think about it. Why, like when you see Brathwaite, you see a lot of the bowlers, the batters, everyone really came to play today.
They did. I mean, Zazai batted well, extraordinarily well for us to bowl to, but at the end, the clarity in the plans at the end, the boys were fantastic, so I'm very happy.
Now, any specific reason that you didn't bowl today?
Well, the matchups against Zazai, he was very good against spin, so we felt like seamers were the best option, even though he got off to an amazing start, so that was the reason. And
now what's the plan moving from here on for the Tigers? Slow start for you guys, but going now strength to strength.
Yeah, hopefully we gain some momentum from this. I mean, it's always great to win the tight battles, so yeah, we go again tomorrow. Hopefully we can get a win then.
And now what's the mood in the camp with the boys?
Yeah, I think relieved to get a win. It's nice to be 2 from 4. sets us up nicely for the next two games.
How nice is it to have Shakib here for all the boys and just for the Bangla Tigers?
Yeah, Shakib's a legend, so it's great to see him come support. I know the crowd love him, so yeah, fantastic.
Well, thank you so much for talking to us and big congratulations again.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's all we have from the post-match presentation. Big match coming up, the Chennai Braves taking on the Deccan Gladiators. But first, take a short break and join us on the other side.
Abu Dhabi T10 Season 7.
Taking it.